I'm feeling hot.
It is hot.
And not in a good way because your AC isn't broken, which we were gonna go take the car to the AC. By the way, hello everybody. How are you doing today? If you're watching the video at this point. So Mike and Susan here again. We are going to look at a house again today. I am wearing a little more clothing than I typically like to wear, jackets and nice things, but had other things to do today. We are committed to bringing you a tour of a house as often as we can, right?
And let the record state I did not get lunch today, so.
Did not get lunch today because we don't have time. Because now we have to take this hot car after this and go take it to the shop and get the AC fixed, and then we'll get it in my truck. But we had to go to the house first because we have an appointment, and my wife does not miss appointments. Correct?
Correct.
We have a hard time not following through on something that we plan to do. Like, if we're gonna be somewhere, we're gonna be there 30 minutes early. We're not gonna be late, ever, 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 ever. Thanks, Dennis and Kathy, appreciate that one. All right.
I did push the appointment back already.
Can you give me like the air in the back a little bit? Because I'm tired. Okay. All right.
When I told you the trick, you got to turn off the recirculate and then some air seeps. It's not the air conditioner that's broken, it's the blower.
It's the blower, yeah, I got it. All right. So tell me about this house. What are we doing, babe? Where are we going to look? What are we going to see? I literally have no idea.
Okay, so it's 75 degrees on November 30th, and that's hot. But this is the Christmas theme. All I want for Christmas is
your two front teeth.
My two front teeth. And what we really want is we want some of you guys who watch the videos to give us some challenges on what you've been searching for to see if we can find it, to see if Santa Mike can produce some good houses to see. But
the good news is if you don't, we'll still go look at another house anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so what I get all the time, I know in Texas here we're like obsessed with land, and it's expensive. It's gotten expensive. And so one of my friends was like, hey, you know, I'd really like to see if I could find something on an acre or more that doesn't cost $500,000.
Okay.
And I found it.
Okay. An acre?
1.2 acres.
All right.
4 bedroom, 2 1/2 bath.
Okay.
In a good school district.
Where are we going?
We're going towards Rendon.
Rendon?
From Mansfield.
So it's Mansfield schools?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
And yeah, so I don't know. It looks like it's been completely remodeled and there's some allowances for flooring or something like that. So yeah, we're going to go check it out. We're going to see, you know, what you can get for what I think is a reasonable price, $300,000 give or take.
I mean, if you're on an acre plus and it's 300 grand and you're in a good school district and you got a little bit of land, I think that that's probably a pretty good deal.
Yeah, so we're gonna go check it out.
All right, well that sounds good. We will see you in a little bit. I'll try to stop sweating and maybe take off my jacket, and we'll go from there. See you in a minute. Very skilled at that.
Thank you. I think, wow, this is really cute. I think it's pier and beam. I think this house was built in 1960. I don't think it's a manufactured house, and it's super charming. It doesn't feel, it seems like there's any, oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, so.
They're doing a little work in here, it looks like.
Yeah. This house, I believe, is like 16, let's see. Let me tell you this story. So it's listed for $325 and it's 1,600 square feet. It's on 1.2 acres, so almost 1 1/4 acres. It is Mansfield ISD, which is the area that we live in, known for its good schools. And it is, yeah, 4 bedroom, 2 full and 1/2 bath. And
so as we learned from last time, that's 2.1 bathrooms?
That is 2.1 bathrooms. Look how cute this is.
Okay.
I love this.
Okay.
This is really cute. So I'm a little, okay, so theoretically the dishwasher would go here. There's no plumbing.
No plumbing run in. So this obviously was just recently done.
Yeah, so they might be still working on that. And then your
That's
range.
probably your stove.
Your range would go there, and your fridge, because your water line's right there.
Okay.
So that's where that's going.
Appliances, I just hit the chandelier with my head. Hello, chandelier. That's why it's moving. I touched it, not really a hit, more like a bump.
So here's a bedroom. Cute.
You got carpeting in here. Everything's brand new. I mean, it's just
yeah, it's
recently
clean
painted.
as can be. You know what I really like? I like when they remodel houses and they replace the doors and don't just try to paint old doors. Here's a big area because this doesn't have a pantry, so this could definitely be a really nice size pantry.
I know you like that because every single time we get a house, we have to get new doors. It's my favorite wonderful thing. That and paint.
And then your washer and dryer area here.
There's the paint that they've been painting with.
Yeah.
So, in your expert opinion, when they actually sell this house, do you think that they will sell it with, like, they're gonna get a dishwasher and a stove, right? Sure.
Well, usually they give allowances for that, typically. But my understanding is, and you'll be the expert on that, if it's FHA, it doesn't have to have cooking equipment.
No, it does.
That's what I'm saying, doesn't it have to have cooking equipment?
Yeah,
so,
if you do an FHA loan, you have to, it's not that it has to have cooking equipment necessarily, it's just that it has to be consistent with the rest of the neighborhood. So, remember that one house we had that was Gail's house that didn't have a dishwasher and we had to like get a little dishwasher with it? Well, if there were other houses that were similar to that one that didn't have dishwashers because they were built in the 30s or whatever, then you wouldn't have to have a dishwasher.
Got it. But everybody expects to have a cooking service.
Right, but these days, yeah, you might as well say you have to have a range.
Okay.
So another bedroom there.
Okay, so here's your half bath right off of the living area.
Oh, okay.
That's cute. I thought it was a closet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's tiny. Need a mirror in here. No mirrors, but sink, toilet, nice little tile flooring.
Yeah. Okay, and so then here's your full bath here.
Okay, another bathroom. We got a vanity there and toilet. And the shower, like this looks identical to what every new house I've seen built. They have got the little, what do you call the little inlay thing?
People call it like a niche.
Niche, okay. Have to put a shower curtain up there.
Yeah. So bedroom here, and then this is the primary bedroom, and it's got a nice bath as well, double vanity. So the only thing I have to say is I think that they did a really nice job with, all this trim this feels like new construction. They really have redone every single thing and they've done a nice job with it. I think it's really charming. The only thing that I don't love about the house, you wanna see that?
Yeah.
Sorry. The only thing I don't love about the house is that one bedroom is separated from the other ones and it's not easy access to the restroom.
Got a double shower again.
Oh, great.
I know you're excited about that.
Yeah.
It's your favorite thing.
Cool. So that would be my only thing that's a little bit interesting about this is that, like I said, that bedroom, but that would be great for a study or something like that, or like a game room for the kids and not have it be a,
Well, and the other benefit of this place is it's on an 1.5 acre lot, or what acre, 1.2?
1.2.
1.2 acres. So this place is on a massive lot, which means you can do all kinds of stuff. Now tell us one of the things that we saw outside when we rolled in that you had a question about.
Yeah, so
well, let's go to the back. Can we go to the back area?
Yeah.
So talk as you walk.
So there is a manufactured home on this lot. I thought that it was the neighbor's house, and I thought, oh, well, that's not ideal.
Yeah, it looked like the two lots were joined together.
Yeah. I don't want to.
You made it.
There's wasps out here. So it looks like these two, like maybe this was family land, maybe two families live next door to each other.
See, there's a house right there, and there's a house right here. So there's literally two homes on this property.
Yeah, but that house is going away. So you're gonna have the full-size lots. You could do a huge swimming pool, pavilion,
RV storage shop.
Yeah, the sky is the limit.
Right.
It's just hard to find. You really can't find an acre out here in this part of town for, like I said, anything under $500,000.
Right. You have a structure. You have a nice home. It's not, a piece of junk that's been torn down 100 times. They've done a really good job putting it back together. And you're on an 1.5 acre lot and have a lot of room for development. So you've got your place that you want to live. So if you're not worked up about having all the bells and whistles of some super fancy home and you just want a nice, clean, well put together house, this is it. This is a great house.
Yeah, this house is like $200 a square foot, which is pretty commensurate with what new construction is. And so, this house is essentially has been rebuilt. Everything, windows, cabinetry, I mean, there's nothing in here that I can tell that's original. I think that there's even new AC ductwork. I mean, it's pretty well completely redone, and then you get all the land.
Yeah.
So if that's a priority for you, if you like entertaining outside, if you like, you know, just being one with the earth.
Are you one with the earth?
Not really, no.
No, you're
I'm
not.
outdoorsy, as in I like to have my drinks outside on the patio.
Ah, I see. That's your version of outdoors?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I think this house is cute. The exterior is cute. So.
Got a nice little patio.
Yeah.
You know, you can sit out here and yell at the cars as they drive by. That's really my main goal in life one day is I want to be able to just sit at a patio. Don't close that just yet.
I just didn't want anything to fly in.
And gripe it. Oh, we can close the door. I just meant don't lock it.
Oh, yeah.
And gripe at cars as they go by driving too fast. I'm gonna wear my adult onesie or mechanics, what do they call them, like a mechanics jumper? And I'm gonna sit in a chair on a patio with a broom and I'm gonna yell at people as they drive by going too fast. That's my goal.
Yeah, it feels pretty rural out here, and it's not. It's just right off of 1187 for the local folks.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we are.
So tell me your highlights one more time.
My highlights are that it's on an acre and a quarter nearly. The whole house is completely redone. The finishes, they did not skimp on that. I mean, it's all redone. Usually when you go into like a flip house, you'll see like rotted cabinetry and things like that, and they try to put lipstick on a pig and pop like a granite countertop on top of the cabinet, and they haven't done that here. I think it's cute. You know, you definitely the value's in the land, so it depends on how you'd use it. It's not for everyone. 1,600 square feet isn't big.
But $300,000 is cheap for an acre and a half with anything on it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I agree.
I mean,
overall, if I were interested in land, this would be a good choice.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because, I mean, not that you want to, but if you ever did want to build whatever you want to build.
Whatever you want to build. You could literally build an entire house next door, and this could be a guest suite, mother-in-law, multi-generational living, however you wanted to set that up.
All right.
So, anywho, thanks for tagging along.
Let's talk about the mortgage part of this that we always talk about. Just real quick numbers, and then I want to jump into something else. If you did a conventional loan on a property like this, which would probably be a good bet just simply because of some of the unfinished nature of it, depending on what the seller is willing to do, you're looking at 5% down, which is about $15,000. And with mortgage insurance, taxes, and insurance, everything else, you can have this property for about $1,800 a month. It'd be somewhere between $1,800 and $1,900, just depending on ultimately what your insurance is and mortgage insurance based on your credit, that kind of thing. So that's a really reasonable payment. $1,800 a month for an acre and a quarter, basically, in a nice house that you literally have to do nothing to when you get here other than hang pictures on the wall, put your furniture in. But what I want to talk about was something we were mentioning a minute ago, was on a property like this, I get calls all the time that people want to buy a piece of land and build their dream home. It happens all the time. I get those questions pretty much every single week. And the hard part about that is they're not talking about building like with D.R. Horton or Legacy Homes or anything like that. They're talking about buying land and building a house. And I get that question a lot, especially from younger people under the age of 35 and so that want to do this. The hard part with that is that when you want to build your own home, you literally have to put up a substantial amount of money to be able to do that, because the bank is putting all the risk in. They're going to lend you money to build a house on land that they don't own on a property that you may never finish. And that's an incredible amount of risk for a bank to give you a couple $100,000 to do that, right? So more often than not, you have one of two options. You either have to own the land outright. And in that case, when you own the land outright, the bank sometimes can use that as collateral. So instead of if you were to build, say, a $400,000 house, if you didn't own the land, you'd probably have to put up $100,000 to $200,000. Now you can get some of that money back because you're putting it in the bank as it's almost like a CD where they're holding it as collateral. But when you close and maybe you only put 20% down, you can get some of that cash back when you put your loan into like a fixed financing for 30 years. But in the meantime, all that cash has to be put up front and they have to hold it, because if they're going to build that house and give you $400,000 to build it, they're going to make sure you don't just disappear into the night and they have a half-built house on land they don't own. But what's really cool about this place is this could be an idea where you buy the land. Maybe this house isn't your dream house, but it will do. You can live here, your kids can live here, you're starting off, you're a young couple, and you really just want to build your dream home. Well, the great thing about this is it's on an acre and a quarter, and you could literally buy this house, live here for a couple of years, pay down the loan, get it, way down, clear out the land, get it all set to where you want. And now when you're ready to go build that dream house, you can now build it on the land that you already own, and you don't have to put up $100,000, $200,000 to do that. Because if you own the land that the house is being built on, then more often than not, the bank will look at that as the collateral to say, well, you own the land. And when I say own it, I don't mean you have a loan against it. I mean, you outright own it. There's no liens on that property, because now the bank can attach a lien onto your property until your build is complete, and then they pull that lien off. So it does give you an avenue to get to that I want to build my dream home world. But you can start by taking a small step, buying a small house on a big piece of property, and then living in that house while you pay down the debt, or while you get prepared to save up enough money to build that dream home that you so desperately want to do. And then you own the land, or you have been on that land for a long time. So it's just another route to get to that point where you want to build your dream house. Because like I said, a lot of people that want to do this, they don't really understand that you either need hundreds of thousands of dollars to put up as collateral, or you have to outright own the land that you're going to build the house on in order for a bank to lend you that much money to build your own property, because you're going through your own contractors and doing all the work yourself. It's not like D.R. Horton's building on a piece of land that they own. So if that's a route you want to go, this particular property would be awesome for that, because you can buy this land, live on it, improve it, pay it down, and then eventually get to a point when you're ready to build that dream house on the land that you already own. Put it up there. All right, we'll see you guys. Sorry, I guess we were off last week, right? Because of Thanksgiving.
Because of Thanksgiving.
We didn't do a video, but we did one this week, and we'll be back next week. If you do have any suggestions or anything you'd like to see, land, no land, multiple stories or whatever, put it in the comments. If you don't, we'll still go look at houses anyway. So we'll see you next time, right?
Bye.
Bye.